Craig Butler has had enough of the rumors and spoke to Knockings in an unfiltered interview after Very United's draw with Dunby Holdings.
Jamaica have a lifeline. How about this?
Big up Gunnaz, I hear that. Don't know something that Gunnaz will say, but big up Gunnaz.
If it is your first time on this channel, I'm your host, Decanio, and welcome to the Gunnaz podcast. I'm an Arsenal fan that covers everything Reggae Boys and local football. So if you do enjoy the content that I do here, just go ahead and smash that subscribe button and help me get to my goal of 4,000 subscribers before the end of this month. And for my regular viewers, remember, every single video that I do on this channel must get to 100 likes. So just go ahead and smash that like button. In this video, I will be reviewing Craig Butler's interview with Knockings as he spoke about all the controversial topics surrounding his name over the past couple weeks. Now, Craig Butler started the interview in true Craig Butler fashion, calling out YouTube content creator MG Sports TV.
Please stop the capping.
What do you mean by please stop the capping? Who are you directing this to?
MG Sports, stop telling Lion Mr. Maggie is an honorable person. He's not at Mount Pleasant. He's working on getting himself into Europe again. And he's working hard and training with me and preparing like he always does.
Fair.
Please stop the capping.
Alright, now for today's
Have some honor in your journalism. Don't tell lies to get caps. It's disrespectful and dishonorable.
Now, for those who were shocked and do not know where this story has originated from, here is a recap. So while at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex, MG basically got news from one of his sources that McGee was set to join Mount Pleasant and went on to post on his Instagram page and also his YouTube page that McGee will be joining the Jamaica Premier League. Now, Craig Butler and McGee, who are now working together to get McGee back to peak fitness and get him also back into Europe, saw the post from MG and commented,
please stop the capping. Please stop the capping.
And a cap emoji respectively. Now, just so that everyone is on the same page, this is what a cap emoji means. The blue cap emoji is a modern way of saying I don't believe you or that is a lie. It's associated with the slang term cap, which means lie. So essentially, Maggie and his now manager, Craig Butler, both called out MG Sports TV for lying about Maggie going to Mount Pleasant, which is why Craig Butler voiced his frustration in the video and called MG Sports TV dishonorable. Now, Craig Butler and MG have had beef in the past, so maybe Craig saw it as a way to get one over MG. But anyway you want to look at it, MG, that was not a very good look for you. However, with that said, he has reported news in the past many a times, and the news has been correct. And everyone is entitled to a minor slip. He is still a credible source in my eyes and in the eyes of many others. We are all human and we are not perfect.
Subscribe to the Gunnaz YouTube channel for the best analysis of everything Jamaican football.
Now, moving on to the next topic that Craig Butler spoke about, which was about Dylan John. Now, Craig Butler basically doubled down and said that Dylan John is no reject, as he's the one who walked away from Phoenix, having took off the Phoenix shirt in training and threw it on the ground and walked out. Craig Butler basically said that he was a spoiled brat that only wanted things to go his way. Craig Butler insisted that Dylan going to play for the national team had nothing to do with the reason why he left. He claims that Dylan did not like being played on the B team or sitting on the bench in training after seeing Denzel McKenzie start over him, and all he wanted to do was be the main guy, which Craig was not pushing for. Craig was pushing Denzel McKenzie to be the main guy, and Dylan's time would come after. Dylan didn't like that, and Dylan stepped out. That is the perspective of Craig Butler.
Bring up stars. We saw a post, a picture the other day, and many persons are upset about it, about the whole Dylan John saga. But I know you want to clear it up. I know you don't want to leave it on a sour note. I know that you want to clear it up.
If Dylan never put something like that out, I would have never called his name. To be celebrating that you scored the last goal in an all-man game. That the guy that you left Phoenix because you're angry that he started, Denzel McKenzie.
Gone to Feyenoord.
He didn't even show up for the all-man the call-up, because he didn't want to get injured, because he knew he had this trial coming up. And you're going to be celebrating, lifting the shirt, oh, Phoenix reject. You're not a Phoenix reject. You threw down your jersey on the ground that we worked so hard to build. That name, that mantra. Yeah. We work so hard to build that brand, and you take that jersey and throw it on the ground and walk up because you don't get to start on the 18th in training. No, brother. And then they talk about the reason that we parted ways was because he went.
Denzel McKenzie is now in Feyenoord on trial, trying to get his first professional contract in Europe. Now, speaking of professional contract in Europe, Craig Butler reignited his dormant feud with Rudolph Speid as he mentioned yet another player, this time Michael Forbes, who is now also on trial at Middlesbrough in England. His claim is that Rudolph Speid wanted Michael Forbes, and when Michael Forbes chose Phoenix over Cavalier, he blocked him out of the youth national teams from being the starting centre-back to not making the starting 11. Craig Butler also went on to give a lecture as to why he has a problem with Rudolph Speid and his conflict of interest that he always speaks about, and why it is so damning for the progression of Jamaican football.
The people that are running the JFF and working in the JFF are owning football teams.
You speak of, and you have Rudolph Speid especially doing that.
But it's not just him alone, right? Rudy Fuller, right? Is a friend of mine. He was the technical director at Leverkusen the other day. He took a post with the German Federation. Immediately had to cut all ties with Leverkusen. He could no longer coach, and he had to be on the board because you cannot have a conflict of interest.
Understood.
Yeah? And the conflict of interest becomes even greater with Jamaica when you have to get a work permit in these countries. They require that you would have represented your national team. And the reason they require it is because they are trying to protect their homegrown talent. Those countries that are hiring the players, they think that a country will not put out players that are not the best in their national team, right? So it gives them the ability to say, okay, we feel comfortable. If he's in the national team, then we can give a work permit, right? But then you look at it now and you realize that the guy who hires the coaches for the national team is also owning his own Premier League team. So he's going to push hire coaches that are going to be willing to give his players from his club caps, opportunities in the national team.
Subscribe to Gunnaz YouTube channel for the best analysis of everything Jamaican football.
Now, just before I end this video, I want to just go ahead and do a run through and preview of the Jamaica Premier League match week 20, as the fixtures are very, very exciting ones. On Sunday, we'll have Tivoli Gardens face off against Mount Pleasant at 5 p.m. at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex, which is also a doubleheader, which will see Cavalier and Arnett Gardens play directly after. Now, that will not be shown on Sports Max, and to have Mount Pleasant, Cavalier, Arnett Gardens playing at one venue and it will not be on TV, it's just so odd. Like, the best teams, I understand that every team needs coverage, but the best teams, the best of the best on the land, 3 of them are playing, 2 against each other and another one on the same day at the same venue, and that match will not be aired. Jamaica needs to start this thing out. The more matches need to be aired. It can't just be a state where matches will only be aired at one venue. We need to be able to have a selection of matches that we can watch at different times. That is the way that Jamaica football needs to be heading into, because this is just not working. Last week, Mount Pleasant played Cavalier, the 2 best teams in the league, especially from last season, and that was not shown on TV. And now Arnett Garden will be playing Cavalier, and Mount Pleasant will be playing at the same venue in the match before, and those games will not be aired. That is not a stupidness. You don't see this anywhere else in the world. Moving on, Portmore United will face Montego Bay United at the Ferdinand Park. That one promises to be a good one as well. Harbourview as well will be playing Dunby Holding at the Harbourview Mini Stadium. And Veer Phoenix will be playing Racing United at the Waterhouse Mini Stadium. Waterhouse as well will finish off the evening against Chapelton Maroons. I think the more exciting game of the two will be that one with Veer Phoenix against Racing United, as Craig Butler himself said that he will have all of his players available, and Racing United are on a hot streak, getting points on the board, and finally got their first win in a very long time. So that match is set up for a stunner. And then finally, Monday Night Football will see Humble Lion face off against Mullines United. Now that one is a bit anticlimactic. After you have so many wonderful games on Sunday, you have to sit down and watch Humble Lion versus Mullines United. So yeah, that one is, it's not really getting a whole lot of people excited. But hopefully it does prove me wrong. So yeah guys, that is it for this video. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the thoughts of Craig Butler and everything that he had to say about MG Sports TV, Dylan John, and Rudolph Speid. And also, which match are you looking more forward to, or which match are you looking forward to in this Jamaica Premier League game week? Thank you guys for watching. Remember, every single video I do on this channel must get to 100 likes. So just go ahead and smash that like button. Again, respect for watching. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Peace.
Jamaica have a lifeline. How about this?
Big up Gunnaz, I hear that. Don't know some of the Gunnaz, but say, but big up Gunnaz.